the guardian of the islands. A long, long time ago, in the middle of the wide, blue sea, there were 3 beautiful islands. They were not far from each other, and each one had its own wonders. On the first island, lemurs hopped between rocks, chasing each other under the bright sun. Tiny lizards warmed themselves on the stones, and crabs scuttled sideways along the shore. On the second island, monkeys swung through the trees, laughing as they raced from branch to branch. Bright flowers grew everywhere, and sweet fruit hung heavy from the vines. On the third island, small deer with soft brown eyes nibbled on grass in the meadows, while turtles rested on sunny beaches and colorful birds painted the sky with their wings. But in the very middle of them all was the island of Koro. Koro was a huge, strong gorilla, taller than any other animal in the islands. His arms were as strong as the roots of the oldest trees. His eyes were as warm as the morning sun, and his heart was kinder than the gentlest breeze. The animals called him the Forest Father. Whenever there was trouble, they came to Koro, and Koro always helped. One day, the sea began to whisper. The wind grew stronger. Clouds covered the sun. The whisper turned into a howl. The waves began to crash against the shore. Thunder rumbled far away, and flashes of lightning danced inside the clouds. On the first island, the small animals grew afraid. The lemurs hugged each other. The deer looked for a place to hide. Birds circled in the air, calling out warnings. They all knew a great storm was coming. Koro saw the danger from his island. He climbed to the very top of the tallest cliff, and he roared. It was not an angry roar. It was a call, a warning, a guide. In the eastern forest, there is a big, safe cave. Go there. Go quickly. The lemurs held each other's tails, forming a long chain as they ran. The deer lifted their babies onto their backs. The birds flew ahead, showing the way. Even the crabs and lizards hurried toward the forest. Soon, they all reached the cave. The wind howled outside. The rain poured down, but inside, they were safe. They waited together, listening to the storm, until it passed. When the skies cleared, Koro went to the second island. The sun shone again, and the rivers sparkled like silver ribbons. Bananas hung from tall trees, and flowers opened to drink the fresh rain. But the animals here were still worried. Some whispered, maybe only the big and strong animals should stay together. That would keep us safe. Koro shook his head slowly. No, the strong need the small. The fast need the careful. We all need each other. Remember the storm? It was everyone, Together, that made it through. The monkeys thought about it. Then one monkey climbed down, picked a banana, and shared it with a tiny bird. The lemurs began grooming the bird's feathers. The turtles let little frogs ride on their backs. And the animals smiled, realizing Koro was right. Last, Koro traveled to the third island. Here, the sea was calm, and clouds drifted slowly across the sky. The air smelled of flowers and salt. In the middle of the island stood a great tree, its roots soft with moss, its branches high enough to touch the clouds. Koro sat under the tree. Deer grazed nearby. Young monkeys raced each other to the top branches. Birds sang sweet songs, and butterflies danced in the warm air. An old turtle slowly walked up to Koro and asked, "Koro, why do you help everyone so much?" Koro smiled. "These islands are beautiful because of the animals who live here. If they can laugh and live without fear, that makes me happy." And so the three islands stayed safe and happy. In sunshine and in storms, the animals helped each other. And Koro's watchful heart never wavered. His strength was not only in his arms or his roar, but in his kindness and his courage to protect those he loved. And that is why even today, the animals still tell the story of Koro, the guardian of the islands.